Hey, fellow cookie lovers, Michael Midgley, the cookie guy, back with another installment of cookie reviews for your viewing pleasure. This review, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. The last two times I got cookies from local bakeries because I wanted to stay local. However, I realized that I might be alienating some of the crowd who isn't in Pittsburgh, so I wanted to go something a little more accessible. This time I went with Tate's Bake Shop, which I believe is a regional bakery that does cookies of all different flavors. I went with the white chocolate macadamia nut cookies, which I understand I've done this already, but that was back in my what I would consider my novice days of cookie reviews. I gave Subway a pretty good cookie review. And those cookies are quite frankly garbage. Subway, not a sponsor, probably never going to be a sponsor, but I wanted to revisit this with something a little more higher quality. Another reason I chose this one is I was recently at a sales meeting, and the inspiration for Tate's Bake Shop came from someone I work with. And anyone from Ayers watching this already knows who this is. So thank you, Mr. Jeff Wangler, for the inspiration on Tate's Bake Shop. That is Tate's Bake Shop, Tate apostrophe S. Let's dive right in, will we? So I'm going to open this up. Tate's Bake Shop from Southampton, New York. It says uniquely crispy and deeply delicious. Uniquely crispy is a little odd to me because typically you don't think of cookies as being crispy. Ooh, look at this. Double wrapped. You know it's good then. What I was saying is you don't think of crispy being something that would really designate a cookie. You think of crunchy maybe or hard or something like that. Crispy makes me think of potato chips, but I'm very curious about what this is going to be like. Uniquely crispy. So let's dive right in. We have 7 cookies here. We have another pack in here. So 14 cookies. Don't remember the price. Maybe $5. So reasonably priced cookie. Right off the bat, they are a little hard. Sometimes you'll get a little spring in the cookies, but not with this one. Let's go ahead and show what this cookie's made of. Ooh, that snapped very, very easily. It's not wafer thin, but it feels wafer thin whenever you do the snap on there, but it does have a nice sound to it, so let's try it out. It's very, excuse me, it's very crumbly and a little bit oily, but very, very crumbly. Whenever you bite it, the texture it's very, very crispy, almost like a potato chip. Not what I was really expecting. I thought whenever I first saw these, it would be a little more chewy on the inside, but that's really not the case. But it's still very good. Whenever you bite it, it kind of disintegrates in your mouth, especially like the cookie part. So you have this kind of disintegrated cookie, and then you have the morsels of white chocolate and macadamia nut. Altogether, it's very good. You do get a little burnt taste in this, not really acrid. It's not a bad burnt taste. It's almost like molasses, kind of like you're from Savannah. Molasses is just coming out of your mouth. A little deep cut for all you Office fans out there. But it does have a pretty deep flavor to it because the white chocolate, not overly sweet. The macadamia nuts are savory. And then I believe, I don't know exactly what's in here, but I would imagine regular sugar and brown sugar, probably dark brown sugar, gives it that little bit of, not really smoky, but a little bit burnt taste. It does have a good depth of flavor, but it does taste a little bit processed. And I'm sure whenever it comes in cellophane like this, that means it's going to stay on the shelf. If I were to give you an opinion of this cookie, it is good. Right off the cuff, I'm going to say 3.1 out of 5. This is a cookie that's good enough to have, good enough to eat. If you're going over to like a cookout or something and someone says bring like a knockout cookie to bring, this isn't gonna be it. But if you want something to just sit in your pantry, and if you're jonesing for a cookie every now and then, these probably are gonna have the shelf life. Can't guarantee that because I don't know, but they'll probably have the shelf life to just sit there for a while, and they're still really good. So if you're just thinking of a quick snack, pop one of Tate's cookies in because they are solid, worth the buy, but not worth gifting to a friend. As always, I appreciate you tuning in to the Michael Midgley Cookie Guy reviews. If you can, hit the subscribe button somewhere down here below the video. Like button's down there as well. I appreciate your viewership. I like whenever I get comments on these because they keep me going. It is fun to do for me, and I want to make sure it's enjoyable for you as well.